Find out on this episode of Beamng Roadkill Projects why big block Chevys and superchargers are the most amazing thing ever invented. Oh, today is going to be one of my favorite episodes in a while. Because it basically means absolutely nothing. I don't have to do it, but I want to. So, yeah, we're doing something incredibly fun today. And that is basically a barnyard built car. You know, this thing can just sit over here. It's gonna bottom out. I've tried backing it in there already. That's all it ever does. But we have bought something new, and you might be wondering why we got something new. That is because I'm gonna need it in a future episode coming up here for December. I think it's gonna be this episode. It's December or January. We're gonna be using this thing. But we're going to be backyard building it because it's basically going to be the same for the other vehicle that will be in the episode. But it is not the Regency. It is not any of these. It is this thing right here. This is 1986 Chevrolet Impala. Yes. Caprice Classic body style basically, but this is the Impala variant. And it's cool. It's got a 350 in it. That's it. The 350 will be going in the Regency because I'm going to change up that car a little bit, but that might be an episode. That might not be an episode. I don't know. But this car is getting something that was actually in the Regency. So, to go into a little bit of depth, way back, I think 2 seasons ago, we put a big block Chevy in the Regency and basically ripped the whole suspension out of the car. As you can see, it's lifted a bit in the rear. That's all the new suspension compared to the blown out shit in the front. And yeah, and then eventually we put the 405 in it with the hater pipe sticking out. And now it's going to get a 350. I'm going to put a smaller motor in it because I just want to make it into a nice cruiser. The car is basically falling apart and, maybe fix the suspension and stuff. But this thing is a completely different plan. This car is getting that blown big block Chevy out of from the Regency. And you may remember that was basically a motor that we were testing. Well, we did some damage to it. And, yeah. It basically became ours at that point. And it wasn't that bad of damage. We can basically run it in this car. Whatever was, wrong with the motor has been fixed. And it's basically just sat. Until now. So we were basically going to backyard build this thing, and that is basically put the motor in the car, put the cooling system that was originally in the Regency for this in this, and yeah. That's really all that we can do. That's all I really have out here. So, let it begin. And this is fairly simple episode, but we're going to have some fun with this thing. We're going to try some burnouts for distance because I'm pretty sure this thing makes about 1,000 horsepower. So, yeah, we can't even mess with the diff. But basically, first thing we have to do, we can't have the hood because there's a blower. And I ain't putting a hood back on this car. I think it looks amazing with the motor showing. As you can see, yes, this thing is pretty beat up and old. But The new motor is nothing different. So right now, oh, it's got a 305 in it. I thought it was something different. But yeah, it's got a 305 that has a 454. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, 454 for straight pipes. That's what it has. I wanted to put a diesel in this for a second. I thought about it so much, but then I was like, I've already done that recently. I shouldn't do it. But, yeah. Big block Chevy. I don't know how much horsepower this motor makes, and I don't know how much it's going to make after sitting for so long. But, yeah. I wanted to put exhaust pipes on it, but it ain't really going to go. But yeah, we have the transmission from it as well. Let's have our fun with it now. So that I know if this cooling system can handle it, because if it can, it can. I'll be very happy at that point. But just for fun. Ooh, yep, zoom in. Oh, that supercharger is nice and happy. Yes! Oh, this thing is amazing already. This thing is better than the Crusher Moonhawk. It blazes tires like it's nothing. Cooling system ain't gonna handle this motor at all. That doesn't matter. Oh yeah. Cooling system ain't happy. Oh no. That, I don't know why it happens. I actually think that that is a bug with the mod. But it happens without the motor really overheating or the oil getting hot. That's a tree! Jesus, yeah, this thing is little control. But yeah, we're gonna road trip this thing out to Cali. We're gonna do a couple things up north here quick, and then we're gonna road trip it down to San Diego there. Or, what the fuck do they call it? Belco, I think they call it in Beamng. It's basically like LA or yeah, like Los Angeles or San Diego or something. But yeah, but let's put the cooling system in it. I wonder if I could put a different grill. I'm actually very curious now because we do have to do Impala front fascia, Impala chrome grill. I wonder if I should just pull the grill out. It's probably going to look terrible, but it'll help the car with cooling. Because that grill looks pretty restrictive. Oh yeah, it looks pretty bad, but I think the fans up there will look pretty cool. So, let's put this in. This actually allows us to get the fans, and I think it actually helps the cooling, from what I've seen. But, yeah. But basically, drag radiator, drag fan shroud. And this thing should be good on cooling. Minus the, you know, everything that might be wrong with it. But, yeah. This thing is great. I love this car. Alright. We are ready to try some burnouts. And you know what? Just for fun. Let's try the stunt horn. Never put a horn on a car before in this game, and why not for this one? This one fits it pretty well. That is not a stunt horn. The loud pipes. Let's try that. No. Pro Strats? I don't know why are the horns broken for this mod? Yeah, I guess they're broken. Does the meep work at least? Okay. Well, maybe they'll work one day. Oh my god, it's already getting warm. Yeah, maybe there's no way of cooling this motor. Oh yeah, it does not look like there's really a good way of cooling this motor. I don't think we're getting decent burnouts for distance. This thing is sketchy. I wanted to take it to a relatively flat road up here. Here it is. Wow, it won't stay straight really well. Oh, we're going into a ditch. Oh. Yes, this thing is great. I love it. We gotta take this thing down the road to the dirt track. I think then it will be a lot of fun. So we're gonna do a lap around the dirt track. See how this thing can drift with an open differential. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't overheat because this radiator isn't doing anything for the overheating in this car. Oh, that's a bad bump. Oh, it's digging into. Suspension's bad. Take it through the water, cool it down. Oh, it won't slide. Come on. Oh my god. That last quarter was phenomenal. Oh. There you go, nice and easy. Nice and easy, nice and easy. There we go. Cool it down. Oh, this thing is great. Oh, the transmission is amazing in this thing, too. Let's try this. Oh my god, I love this thing. I don't know what it is with big motors and superchargers that is fun. This is the definition of it. And it's a perfectly driving car. It runs. Just overheats if you drive it. So take it through every water puddle you can. But we're going to get this thing down south. And we're going to take it down the drag strip. And yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing this thing very soon after this episode, because I cannot wait to see how this motor is going to compete. It is going to be pretty good. Before we go down north, though, or down south, I mean, we got to do burnouts for distance, because I think this thing can blow the tires off. Just like the Crusher Moonhawk did in the One Projects episode. But this time first attempt. Okay, it did it. It did it. It did it. We're good. Wow. Please stop. Well, there we go. Oh. We blew the wheel off of it. Yeah, I'm gonna need to put new tires on the back of this. Luckily I brought some. Oh, this thing is fun. Alright, well let's get this thing down south, the drag race. Alright everybody, we're gonna do our run. As you can see, that is what we're up against. Tires should be nice and good. I'm gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna brake boost it. Oh, it's got a great converter in this transmission, actually. A 9.3? Wow! And that's on terrible tires. This thing has the potential to be fast if I do it right. But as you can see right now, it can lift the rear tires off the ground. But wow, is this thing great. A 9.3. I did not expect it to go that fast. I expected like a 10 maybe. But wow, this thing just blew me out of the water. That was an amazing time. Well, this thing has potential to be a great car. Just, it's going to be used for the wrong applications. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Roadkill Projects. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.